change that a bit. Let me sit down. Here we are. We're starting up a new game. Well, not to stream my Sims 4 game that I've been playing for a little while. Necessarily going on here. Just kind of wanted to show you guys. So I got this house through sort of a cheat. Let's see here. Let me go to Manage Worlds. Let me save and go to Manage Worlds really quick. I'll show you guys where I got this, how I made this happen. So, you guys probably know how to do this if you play this game at all. If you've ever played a Sims game that's not Sims Free Play, I think, on your phone. But the hard part when you start up a new game is like building money and having the house that you want to have and starting off with a bigger lot. So you kind of have to do some funky stuff. So that's the house that we're in right now. Right, so the house we started off in is this guy right here. Right, so let me just visit really quick. We're not going to move anybody here. Yeah, sure, let's bring her. Why not? I don't even know who this is, but let's bring her since my other people are Orc, I think. Well, one of them is, I think. Could be wrong. I don't know. I stopped playing. He's such a cuddler. Such a cuddle dog. I think I've shown you guys my dog on other videos in the past, but here he is. My little Chancho dog. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, go down. Alright, so I have this on, I'm gonna have this on pause because I don't know who this is and I don't want it to die on me. So this is the house I started off with when I first started up the game. This is the house that I started on an empty lot and I started building. So this is sort of what I started off with. Nothing spectacular, obviously I'm not a great builder. But if we go to so this is sort of the nicest lot because you could like fish right here if you wanted to. And there's like this little stream running through. It's the nicest like beginner lot around, I think. It's currently not sufficient to broadcast gameplay. What's wrong with my internet connection? I think you're wrong there, bucko. I think my internet connection's fine. Let's see. Connected, yeah, I have great internet Wi-Fi right now. What are you talking about? Anyway, so good neighborhood to live in. Let me turn this down a bit. Where's my remote? It's getting kind of loud. Alright, so this is sort of the general layout of the house. Let me get the walls torn away here. So, of course, when you start off, you don't have that much money. So I started off with a big sort of living room area, and then I turned this into kind of a little bar. And it actually worked pretty well because I had a little bar stool set up here. Because when you move houses, all the furniture is either put in your inventory or sold. So I couldn't leave the furniture here, unfortunately. Therefore, no lighting, no furniture, stuff like that. But I'll show you how I had it set up. So I had a couple bar stools set up here. People could actually set things. This is just a little half wall here. And I didn't know that if you put like a trim around it, then you could actually use it and set stuff down, which is really cool. So it did function as a pretty decent bar. Of course, I had my stove facing out and I had my TV over here, I think. I sort of forget what it was. Refrigerator here. So sort of a small kitchen, but I was just starting off. I didn't need anything huge. And then I only had one person living here at the time, so I just had this sort of little bedroom. And I wanted to turn this little nook into like a reading nook because me and my fiance, I just threw my remote and it landed on the ground, but we always talked about having like a little reading nook so she can read her books and stare out some bay windows and have a little bookshelf in there. So I wanted to sort of build that. Because I've built my character sort of to look like my fiance a little bit, so I thought that might be kind of cool. And then this here was the bathroom. So the bathroom was actually bigger than the kitchen, I think, or about the same size. It wasn't anything super special. It was just what you needed to get by. So I tried to do sort of a dark color theme in here and a light color theme in here, blue in here, and then just sort of like a sort of brick and mortar style in here. You sort of have every room have their own characteristics. But I quickly realized that I wasn't going anywhere very fast. I had one person living there, and she had a job as a comedian. She wasn't making a lot of money, so everything was moving along really slowly. So I decided I was going to try to get money. And I don't know a lot of ways to make money in this game, except for do that little glitch. So there's I built a little porch out here because I had plans to have like a table out here and an umbrella and a grill and stuff so that I could barbecue. It's like small, 30 bucks. So it's a pretty small little place here, and it's worth 15 grand after everything that I did to it. I mean, I bought it for like 2 grand, but sold the walls and everything, increased that quite a bit. Anyway, so I started off with this, and then I moved. So So let's go to manage worlds. Actually, no, let's do pause and exit. I don't need to save because I already saved. Okay. I'll pick another trait. Let's do this. And then, so she got her traits. They're random. I'm not ever going to play this save again. I'll probably delete it just for the purpose of showing you guys this house. Because I want to show you sort of a before and after and see what you guys think. I have sort of an interesting style with how I've modified it. I kind of liked how it was, how it looked, which is why I picked it. But let's do, it's in Willow Creek, isn't it? I think. Yeah, okay, so this is the lot that I bought, right here, the bargain bin, for $2 grand. And that's the house that I built at first. And now I took this place here. I don't want to afford it. Okay, let's see here. Maybe if I just buy this lot really quick. Confirm purchase. Move it in there, and then I'll just have her travel there and visit. Probably the only way I can show you guys this old house, which is kind of crappy. But if you guys play this game, you probably know what this house looks like already. But for those who don't play or who don't know, it's a nice way to. Cool, you have the same place I used to have. Now let's go manage worlds. Let's go to manage world. So she already has a house, so they probably won't say I can't go there because I can't afford it because I already have a place. So they're probably just gonna say, hey, do you want to travel here? So that's what I'm gonna do here. So let's do. Oh, so the value of the house is $269.38 when you first open the game up. So just keep that in mind. So let's just visit. Yeah, let's just boom, send her there. Poppy, I know I love you and you're a good girl, but no more whining, okay? You're a sweetie. So let's load this guy up. Smooze your landlord often, apparently, according to The Sims. Let us wait for it to load. Wait for it to load. This game takes forever. Probably not as long as Skyrim, but still forever. Alright, so you can't. Yeah, so you can't change any of like the driveway here, as far as I remember. As far as I can tell, you can't change any of this crap. But you have like. Well, I gotta knock on the door first. So let's do this. No one lives here? How the heck does nobody live here? Fine, we'll just go to build mode. Like we did at the last place. Okay, so this is the default house. $269.38, I think. So you see sort of where the can I turn grid on? Oh, probably not because I don't live here. But you can see where the white lines are. So that's the lot, and this is I think is a 50 by 50. 50 by 50. So it's almost twice as large. Actually, yeah. I think exactly twice as large as my last one. Different dimensions, but it's square. So this is huge. You got sort of the same size. There's a park next door, I think. Let's see if I can find the park. You can't really find the park. But there should be a park around here someplace. That's the exact same dimension, and the park is huge. Yeah, so that is how big the lot is, which is why I chose this one. They have like a nicer house. Like this is a nicer house technically. It's worth more money. But I like how big the lot is, because this is like I think a 30 by 40 or something. It's not that much larger than my other ones. This one is huge. Anyway, so this is sort of what it looked like in the beginning. I kind of like it a lot. Let's go all the way down to the base. Oh, not that far. So they had sort of a nice little walkway here, right? Some bushes, a little gate to the side, some places to plant your pots or your stuff. A little outcropping of trees here. I love the big old huge trees. Little gazebo. I hate the camera sometimes. It's fucking game. Got a little gazebo there, and I hate that the table and chairs are off center from the start, but yeah, and then you got this little patio outside too for you to sit down and have lunch or whatever, and then a little back patio so you can grill up some stuff. Got a little trash can out here. A door to the kitchen. So the kitchen I kind of liked at first, so I sort of modeled my kitchen after it a little bit. I took the corner tables and things like that, and I ran with it. But I didn't like the color scheme, so I changed that up a bit. But ultimately, it's quite similar to what my current place looks like. You'll see that when I switch back over. So then you have the main dining room here. And the way that I wanted it is I wanted my kitchen to have bar stools so that I can have a bar there so people can eat there. So I've actually done at my house is I've taken away the sort of dining room, and I'm going to change it. I don't have the funds to do it yet, but I want to change it and I want to turn it into a bathroom on the main floor, and then also have it be like an entertainment room for guests, or for actually kind of everybody. So like have the karaoke machine there, a microphone so because I have a sim who is a comedian, so she can practice her comedy, and then have like a big old TV and a game center there. and have it really cool, maybe some neon signs and stuff. But kind of like a man cave, except for I have female characters, so a woman cave. I did not like these drapes at all, so I got rid of as many of them as I have gotten around to. I did like the fireplace, so my living room sort of looks similar to this, quite similar to this, but I've changed some things up. I got a better TV and some better furniture. Same furniture, actually, I just sort of changed the color a little bit, and I got rid of the end tables and switched those out. I never liked these little discrete dividers. I hated those, so I took those out. And also, I hated that I opened the door directly to the stairs. I don't know why, I've never really liked that in houses. My house that I currently live in right now, it is that. So you open up the stairs and you're facing right up the stairs into the bedrooms. Because if you go right up to the top of the stairs, I guess, yeah, right into the bedroom. If that door was open, you could just stare right into that person's bedroom, right? So I've never liked that. I like a little bit more privacy. I'm not British this way. So this way, I have my stairs flipped backwards, right? But in doing so, this little bathroom that was on the ground floor, I had to remove completely, because when you rotate it the other way, people need to walk in that bathroom area to get upstairs. So I got rid of the bathroom. I didn't really realize it was a bathroom when I first did it. I may have done something different had I known that, but knowing now that it is a bathroom, I'm getting rid of some of this and I'm pushing the bathroom into that space. I haven't gotten around to it yet, but that's what I'm going to do so I don't have to run all the way upstairs to go to the second bathroom. I also wanted to put a basement down here so that I could have a bathroom down there too, but that ended up causing me problems with like this texture that right here. So you okay? You good? Jesus. So I got rid of the basement. Anyway, so like I said, so I've addressed sort of the kitchen. I haven't done anything outside. A couple things here and there. You saw, I think, probably when I was there earlier, I have a little fountain out here, and I'll show you guys that, which is really cool. I like it. And then I haven't done much with the front porch. I've changed up sort of the theme. Like I have a different foundation. I have a different like wall style. Then upstairs here, you have sort of these two rooms, right? So these are sort of guest bedrooms, or if you had a bigger family. Like the family who does live here currently, it's like it's a mother and a father and then two kids. So I imagine that this is the boys' room, this is the girls' room, this is the parents' room here since it's sort of bigger and they have a couch and stuff, and this is like the guest bedroom, I think. But what I always hated about these is that they're off center. So if I pull walls back up, like they're not the same size. So the girl had the bigger bedroom and I didn't like that. So I sort of evened them up in my game. I pulled this wall here forward a space, and then I had a little nook here. I put a statue in there. Other than that, I haven't done too much with the bedrooms at all. I'm getting around to it, but I have a lot of other projects to work on. I changed this around a little bit, and you'll see that when I go back to my house. Front door here. I kind of just like the style of the house in general, but there was things I wanted to change, like the bathrooms. Like why have two different side-by-side identical bathrooms, right? Like I get that one's for the main floor, so you come up, you take a right, you go into one bathroom, and then from the bedroom you have a different bathroom. But I never liked that. And of course, when you're like trying to put stuff on the wall, like because I originally had it as two, and then I put like just like this little divider, like I just sort of an archway through this wall because I couldn't take that wall out. I had a really hard time taking that wall out, so it wouldn't just delete it. It's either there was some sort of an error, so it wouldn't just let me delete the center wall. I actually had to go through and completely just put an arch over it, right? So that worked for a while, and then I got rid of all this extra stuff and I turned it into a single bathroom. But what I didn't like about it was that it was still really congested, because putting stuff up on the walls, like you can't really look down. I mean, you can a little bit, right? Like you can get a top-down view. The problem is there's a lot of things that you can set at different levels, like the towel rack, for instance. I can move up or down, right? And so it was really hard to see whether I had something on this level and something else on the same level, or if it was higher or lower, and whether I wanted it higher or lower. You know, because the only other way to do that is to like go into the sideways view and then cut the walls away, right? But then you can't like bring up any of those walls because this is the cutaway view, right? I mean, you have full walls here and a cutaway wall there, and it cuts away as the camera rotates. But these walls don't ever cut back up because of how small the rooms are. So it's really, really hard to place stuff on the walls. So what I ended up doing is I scrapped it all together. I don't remember what I did with the space. We'll have to see. I think I opened the room. Well, I think I just took out all the walls all together and just opened the room up some more. But then what I ended up doing was I took out the whole guest bedroom. Just removed all of it, and I turned that into my master bedroom, or my master bathroom. So, of course, you have the door from the main hallway, which this door became now the bathroom door. And then I just put a little doorway in right here where this wall is. So I have a door to my single bathroom from the main floor, from the out in the hallway, and then another door in my bedroom. So I like that idea quite a bit. And then, like I said, I haven't done too much with the other rooms. I like the little back balcony. One of the many things that irritated me is this little alcove here, right? It's a really cool little area. I mean, you can imagine like sitting down here and looking at the view of the lake. That's such a beautiful view. This game, obviously, but what I hated about it was that it wasn't attached to the master bedroom, right? Like, this is the master bedroom right here, and the doorway goes into the guest bedroom. And that pissed me off. Somewhere I took the door away from the guest bedroom so they didn't have access to it, and only I had access to it from the main bedroom. And of course, since it's a bathroom, you shouldn't have a door from the bathroom after the balcony anyways. But I sort of kept the style. I changed the color a little bit of the chairs, and I kept the easel. I changed the color of the easel a little bit to sort of suit my style a little bit better. So that's sort of the main overview, and then of course the roof. I changed some of the stylings up here. Again, I still have a lot of work to do on this house to get it really where I want it to be. The main problem is money. I kind of like this idea, like this little balcony up top. I kind of thought about like putting another staircase from the main floor, maybe just like an addition to this stairs, and maybe have like a spiral staircase all the way up to the top. That'd be kind of cool. And then have a little room up here like an attic, and then a doorway so that you could stand out all the way at the top and look out at that part of the lake, right? The actual full lake, not just a little stream that runs through, but the full lake. I thought that'd be kind of a cool idea. I haven't gotten around to figuring out the ins and outs of that yet, but that's sort of where I'm at. So now that you guys saw what the old house looks like, and I'll show you the value once again is $260,938. So I don't know how much I've changed the value, but we'll see. So now let's go back to exit to main menu, and I don't want to save. I especially don't want to save. Hopefully that sim, that world is gone. Hopefully I don't ever have to look at that ever again. That's my plan. Fingers crossed. Sit on my phone? Yeah, I did. So, you can kind of see what packs I have here. I got 3 on accident. That's the city living, which is kind of cool. I don't really like the idea of living in the city. I might try it on a different save and just see how I like it. And then the vampires update, which I really don't like. I don't have a vampire, and I've been drained. Like, I've had my plasma drained once, and it was annoying because I couldn't do anything with my character for a while. And it pissed me off. So I made the guy, the main vampire guy. It's like Count something, and I made him hate me, so he doesn't ever come around anymore. So that sort of seemed to solve that problem. But other than that, it's just annoying. And then the vintage glamour stuff, which is kind of cool. I have some of that stuff in this pack, but I kind of want to get like the laundry day stuff, and the backyard stuff, and the kids room stuff, and the luxury part. Like basically every other expansion, but they're kind of expensive. And I really want the get together expansion. I might see how much that is, because then you can start clubs and you can have to do all kinds of really cool stuff. Anyway, so let's load my game, my actual game. Not this one. That's obviously I delete that. So let's go, yeah, let's do my save game one, I think that's what it is. The Jones, so that's the last name. So I have a couple, they're a lesbian couple. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to change it up a little bit. Usually I do female characters, so I made my first character female, but I did model her after my fiance. And then the second character was just a random character walking around. And I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool if they became sort of a lesbian couple. So that's what I did. So let's play on my house here. And so I have one of them is a chef, or she's technically a line cook right now, she's trying to get promoted. And then the other one's a comedian, like a full-fledged comedian. But she's a joke smith, I guess, is technically her position. But they're bringing home some decent money right now. So let's see this house. And now you can sort of see what I mean when I say that I've changed these things that I have changed. And see sort of maybe my plans for the future, and see if you guys are interested in these things. Maybe if you want to watch me sort of put these plans into effect. Once it's done loading. So, you can see, of course, I couldn't change any of this, like I said earlier. and let's get the whole house up here so you can't see inside too much. So what I've changed here is I've changed sort of the brick layout. Okay, so this was hard. Okay, this was a really big challenge, trying to put a fountain in here along with like walking steps, because they have floor paint, which basically you just paint over the floor. So you can either do dirt or sand or grass or these rocks and different masonry styles and stuff like that. And so I didn't like that idea. I wanted to just have solid cubes, right? So lay down the flooring like you do on the inside of the house, like the wood flooring and the tile. And I wanted to do sort of like I think it's a dragon scale style rock. But the problem was I couldn't have it like this. I couldn't have the path all the way to the left, make everything level. I tried to put a pool in and delete it, and then lay it back down. That didn't work, because every time it worked fine, and then I would put the fountain down and I would delete everything around the fountain, and it pissed me off. So I just got rid of it, and then I did do the paint, but I tried to do it as precisely as I could, right around the plants and everything, all the way out to the path, all the way up to the stairs, all the way around the fountain, right? So there's no spots where it's just not there, and it's free, I think. So that was really nice. Here, so if I just play a little bit, you can sort of see my fountain. And what's wrong with her? Whoa, where are you at that you're in filth? Let's just find her. What do you... Oh, you have a plate in front of you, lady. That's your own plate. You just got done eating that. You are weird. Anyway. So, I like the lights. I might change them a little bit, because I don't know if all those different colors really mesh well together in a what's supposed to be a really cool sort of serenity fountain. So I kind of like the idea. I'm still sort of twittering with it a little bit, but I like the look. It's a little bit, just a little bit too crowded. So I may change it up a little bit. I may not. I kind of like it. Let me know what you guys think, because I'm curious. Anyway, so that's my fountain, and then I have this one little light here, this sort of path light, and it's really cool. And I wanted to put another one over here on the other side to even everything up, but I couldn't afford it at the time. So I mean, I can now. I just haven't gotten around to it. And then I put these little light posts here. You guys saw in the old house, it was just the wall. I changed the style of the wall, and then I put these lamps up. I thought it was kind of a cool style of little lamp. So then they're on either side there to provide some walk light. And then I put, so this gate was always here. I changed the gate, but it was still in the same location. And then I put another gate here on the other side, so as you walk out to the backyard. So this one just lets you out to the side. Oh, cool! I have an actual sprouted tree. That's cool. And then there's this whole path along the side back to the back entrance to the house through the kitchen. Again, I haven't done much with the front porch. I changed the lattice here up front. It used to just be like this really simple fence, but I changed it so it was a little higher up. And then I changed the color of the columns to like more of a blue, kind of like it. So this is my living room. So you can see I changed the stair style, and I changed how it's facing the other direction. So you can see on the old one the bathroom is right here, so I can't have the bathroom up there. But so that goes upstairs facing out to the front now. I kind of like that a little bit better instead of staring what is now the bathroom. Piano was there. I forgot to check, but I did put a piano in there. And of course I have all the same furniture. I just changed the color, and I changed where they're laid out and stuff. I put the same fireplace. I changed the styling, so I wanted to sort of put a blue theme, like a really light kind of sky blue, in my living room. And then there's Jasper Jones. She is the one that I created to sort of look like, and she was the random character. And I changed her hair up a little bit, but so she is the cook and the bartender. So she has a now as the line cook. And her mixology and cooking skill are high enough she can get promoted, and I just have to have her make drinks, which is what she's doing right now. I have a little bar in here. I'm trying to do a little bit of a different style theme, because I have really bright and vibrant colors throughout the rest of my house. So you see my kitchen and my bedroom look really vibrant. So I'm trying to do more of a basic look in here, and again, I still have stuff to delete, these chairs to change and things like that, but so still working on this room a little bit. My kitchen is what I started on. So this is what is completely done, and you can see the stylings and how they're very similar to what the old one looked like, with the rounded countertops and the refrigerator in the exact same place, and sort of the cabinetry, just different colors really. I put my little garbage can under the counter there, dishwasher's over here, tea maker, coffee maker, a little automatic fire put out for the stove. I did change. I had my stove right in front of this flower here, inside of the counter, because I always wanted that in my real life. I always wanted a beautiful, huge kitchen, because I like to cook. where I have the stove facing out towards everybody. So instead of me facing the wall, like I do in this, I wanted to put it sort of front and center, so that I can actually have my pots and pans right overhead instead of this big old vent. And then I could have my pots like just pull it down and then put it on the stove, and then I could talk to everybody, I could look at everybody, but my Sims couldn't interact with it. It was too far into the counter, and when I pulled it out far enough for them to use, it was too far. It looked weird. So I just decided to move it, put the grill or the vent over the top, and then just have the dishes, the pots and pans over the sink so that I could wash them with ease. And I have it off-centered right now. I could probably switch that because I used to have two. So one over the sink for washing, and then one over the stove so that I could grab them for cooking. And I have just some sort of cool stylistic things. So I got these flowers up over the top of my cabinets. I've always kind of liked that look, having some floral inspiration in your kitchen. I really like. I got the back door. I don't know if I've changed the windows in this too much. Can't remember if I have. But I got the lights in here so they're colored purple. So they're colored that's right, they're colored. No, they're purple. They're the violet right now, and they're sort of dim. So I can turn that up a little bit if I wanted to change that. But I kinda don't like them that high. So let's set color and intensity. This room. Oh god damn it! I hate when I do that. Let's do. Is that a light? That's not a light. Because you can do it with any light. Let's try this one. Any light, you can change the whole room. So this room, let's do it as a. Let's just do it in natural white, so you guys can actually see what the kitchen really looks like, right? So it's just got this sort of blue theme. I actually just kind of like it better that way. Well, so yeah, this is the door that I did change. So that's the door I haven't changed. So you can see the different color. Same style, just different color. So I kind of like that. The kitchen a lot. I have some stuff to clean up here, but I'll do that later. Because I have a bad coffee pot, bad cup of coffee. So yeah, and so I have all these bar stools here. So when people get done cooking, they just sit down and have their dinner there on the counter. So there was no point in having a dining room. They never sat in the dining room. They never went in the dining room ever. So I got rid of it. And again, I'm going to try to put a bathroom right here, and then I might put the bathroom over here. No, because I kind of want access to the bathroom. I'll figure it out. I'll show you guys. So then, of course, I have an archway here from the kitchen to the dining room, and then another one, a smaller one here from the living room to the dining room, and then into the kitchen, because there's no direct line, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Having to go through the dining room is just fun. And I also changed the windows up front. I kind of like having sort of an open view into my main living areas. So since nobody is like going to the bathroom, nobody's going to be sleeping, nobody's going to be changing, it's just sort of like living in the living room watching TV, hanging around and drinking in the entertainment room. I figured it wouldn't be a problem to have all these windows along the front. I kind of like the style. The big old front door I love. So that's sort of the main floor. Talked about the main things. Again, haven't changed anything outside at all. I kind of might want to center that up. I don't know why there's like that little patch there. So I might move everything over a little bit and get rid of that little patch. But I also might make that whole porch bigger. I don't know. I have some stuff to work on outside as well. I put a little basketball court outside. So usually it just starts off, you can put a basketball hoop in, and you can put the courts in. So what I did is I put two courts together, facing opposite sides, and then have like the red team and the blue team, and I put a little basketball in the middle, and then just the hoops on either side, centered. So you don't need any of this stuff. I thought it would kind of look cool. Though I just have such this big lot, and I might remove it and put a pool in later. But if I wanted to put a pool, I have all this area out here too. You know, can I turn on? Not in live mode, but yeah, in build mode you can see that I have like all the way to the fence line. So I can put a pool in over here and move the tree or what have you. I do have quite a bit of space. And then of course, just, oh, what is that light there? I don't know what that is. It's a strawberry bush. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. It's a little beach down here, and then you can fish right off the property. And I love this view. I love the little pond with all the lily pads, and there's a little broken bridge there, and another little right off my property, right? So you can actually hike around this area, or jog around this area. It's kind of cool. Wow, is that another tree? What is this? An apple tree? These are all wild. I didn't know that. Cool. So a little light right here. Maybe I can change that. I can't change that because that's ambient. But yeah, so I sort of like that it's sort of jungle, sort of out in the open. Is another wild strawberry? Yeah, that's really cool. Anyway, so that's somebody else's house. Where's my house at? Let's do center on my lot. There we go. Okay, so you guys have seen the main floor and all of everything that's up. Oh yeah, sorry. In the living room, of course, I got a new TV, the biggest one I can afford. I think there's one slightly bigger, but not important. So upstairs, you can see that I've changed some things around quite drastically. So this is a new bedroom. So like I said, you saw those bathrooms. They used to be right here, right? And they were so. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but they were intrusive. That's the word. So they were rather intrusive. The bedroom sort of had this L shape. So if you were sitting over here on this chair, you couldn't like talk or like look at somebody over here sleeping on the bed. But I like this more open look to it. So it's kind of a red theme, maybe like a lover's suite sort of theme. I don't know. And of course, I have the lights turned to red and dimmed a little bit for maybe a little bit more of a romantic feel. But love this carpet. Love that. It's just a really cool sort of fractaled geometric pattern, and I love it a lot. Put a little bit of a painting up over the couch there, a little love-seat. And then I put a door. These doors, this door here was not originally here, so I moved everything over and I put this door in, so that from my bedroom I have direct access to the top patio, right? So that I can go out here and I can have lunch if I wanted to, sit down and read a book. So now from my bedroom I have access to both of the main balconies that you never used to have access to. You used to have to walk out through this door here and then outside, but I don't like that, so now you can just walk out this main door here. And then of course this door will lead you out to the side patio. So now we can see that if I take away the walls. So again, changed the chairs up a little bit, moved where that chair is, put a little table in next to it, and I left the easel there so that you could paint the beautiful scenery, right? So I like that a lot. I like that style, and I kept it. And then yeah, so the bathroom is kind of different too. So I put the little half wall in to give it a little bit of separation. Having just a big room, like this one for instance, I wish, and I still probably could, but putting just a little half wall in there separates things out just a little bit, and it sort of gives you the feel that there's almost two halves when there's really not. Because I mean, look, it's just a little half wall. It's not the shortest. I think it's like the medium height wall, and it doesn't block your access to anything. It just sort of helps divide things up a little bit, and it helps almost make you feel like you have a little bit more space than you actually do. So I might try to toss something in here. This room's a little bit crowded, so I don't know how I could play that, but I could figure something out, I'm sure. So in here I have my toilet sort of facing away. So when you walk through the doors, if you look here, if I go back far enough, let's just leave the walls up. So if you go through this door from the bedroom, then you have this little cabinet blocking the view of the toilet, so that when you're sitting there, you kind of know when somebody's there and you can do what you can to cover. And then from this door too, I have this little, whoa, what the fuck? This little third shelf is not supposed to be here, that's a glitch. But I have this top and bottom to sort of make it look like we have a place for our currently clean towels and a place to put new clean towels. So that's supposed to sort of block your view from the other door there. This little bubble carpet in the front I kind of like a lot. I put this beautiful mirror in, right, and I have a little bit of gap, so let me turn the walls back on. I have a little bit of gap for my medicine cabinet and for a little piece of art, but for the most part it's just solid mirror, and I kind of like it that way, you know, because again that'll also add to the feeling of spaciousness in a bathroom that was otherwise really large itself. And I have some sort of fixings here, so a little towel there for washing your hands, and some candles for setting the mood if you were taking a nice warm bath or something like that. Some plants to help with the environment. Some soap on either sink, and then of course just two regular kitchen style or bathroom style sinks. I could have put a more kitchen themed, a bigger, nicer sink in there, but it's a bathroom. Why would you put a kitchen sink in a bathroom? So that's what I did there. The cabinets are pretty basic. I'm sure there's little drawers and cabinets under there, but you know, it's a game, you can't access those. And another little circle thing for when they're washing their hands. Something dumb. I kind of like the cloud lights. These should all be on this room. Yeah, they are on. They're just sort of faded.